Check out thechosenprime.com in the link in the description below for this and other great items.
Alright everyone, welcome to another Radio Free Cybertron review, RFC Reviews. I'm your host Diecast, and today we have Voltron, or 5 lions. Even though you can only see 3, I promise you there are 2 more. We'll just move the camera up, and the camera is all the way back. These things are huge. I was surprised when I saw them in store. I did not expect them to be this big. And I want to do a size comparison for you before we get into the review. I'm going to review all the packaging and then kind of review the lions all together at once. I'm not going to stretch it out and do one review for each lion. I don't think that's necessary for this figure. But here is a Titan's Return Deluxe Class figure, just to give you an idea, some scale right there. And here is a Marvel Legends figure to give you some idea of scale. And the boxes are even bigger because they have this top part of the card. So, you know, do a side by side. That's how much bigger these cards are. See, I can't even get it all in the frame. There's my hand. Yep. So they're very large. It's the first time I saw them in store. They only had one of each of the lions, and they had 2 black lions, or maybe 3. I didn't. As soon as I saw one, I grabbed it. And there was really no spot for them. Basically what Walmart did is they threw them out on the shelf and didn't even put tags up for them. So the 4 lions were together, and the black lion was all the way down the aisle on one of the bottom shelves all by itself. Weren't anywhere near these guys. So I was very happy when I actually found Black Lion, because I'm like, oh, I have everything except Black Lion, so I can do absolutely nothing. But as far as the packaging goes, we go on the back here. Each lion has a little segment about what they do. Green lion representing the power of nature. The green lion guards and protects by creating Voltron's shield. So he is the lion that shields Voltron. Also, he has a sword very awkwardly placed in the packaging. He looks like he has a raging lion thing. Maybe he just saw the princess. I don't know. In packaging, like I said, they look very good. Put that aside. Go to blue. Here is the blue lion in packaging. And it says the blue lion's water powers make it a must-have for any battle, ready to kick it in high gear. And that's blue. And then yellow, which is the beefiest lion, especially with this extra disc shooting thing. And it says the yellow lion is the toughest and strongest lion with powerful armor and claw attacks. So that's yellow lion. And red lion. The final arm and leg bots. The fairly red lion is incredibly fast and is the right arm of Voltron, wields the blazing sword. So, right arm, I guess you could switch them up, but they're not supposed to be. He also comes with a piece of the blazing sword, which is not as obvious in the packaging, but it's there. It's clear blue, so it kind of gets you. And then here is, whoa, the whole place is falling down. That's how big these guys are. Here is the Black Lion, and he has 50 plus phrases and sound effects, which is pretty cool. I don't honestly remember a toy that's had that many phrases and sound effects. This box is just huge. It is absolutely huge. We'll just take Titan's Return again. You can see this box is gigantic compared to that. So it's going to be a big bot. It's going to be a real big bot. Then on the back you just have the Black Lion, the leader of Voltron. The Black Lion's incredible power is known throughout the universe. So 25 plus points of articulation. Just goes over the combined form and some of the phrases. On the side you don't have too much, just Voltron combining. On the bottom you have all the lions to form Voltron. And on the side, this side, just the 50 plus sound effects. And that's it. So let's go ahead and get these guys out of package. Alright, I know I said I was going to have these guys all open before we came back, but he's zip tied in so many places, and I've never seen a company use actual zip ties. I don't understand how they would expect a child to get this out of packaging. An adult would have to help, because these things are it's crazy. It's probably been about 10 minutes and I still don't have him out of package yet. So just wanted to rant, and next time we'll come back, these guys will hopefully be all out. Okay, after getting the team all out of their packaging, which does take a little bit of doing, here you have the full team in their lion forms. Now, just from taking these guys out of the package, I can tell you there may be quality issues on some of them. My yellow lion, it's nice because everything is pretty much either soft ratcheted or normal, I guess you would say, clickety ratcheted, except his one leg, it's like they left a piece out. There's no ratchet in it, but there is on the other side. So I think, unfortunately, there's nothing I can do with that, that they left the part out. So we'll just call him the cup of the team. And they are really big. I mean, here's it next to a deluxe figure transformer, so you can get a little bit of scale. They are absolutely great for the price. I paid $17.99 each for the 4 lions, but some of the retailers like Toys R Us have already started to jack the prices up on these guys. So they're at $20 now at some retailers. I wouldn't be surprised if they hit, $25, just because how big they are. So, and then Black Lion is $29, and a lot of retailers have already bumped him up to $35. So I could even see him going to $40. Unfortunately, I hope that's not true. I am going to have to probably find another yellow lion to exchange eventually, but for now it's okay. So each of the lions do come with these little driver figures that can fit inside. So let's get all. Let's see if I can. They're very small, so I can probably line them all up in my hand here. And it's almost like they changed plastics halfway through. Are they all soft? The only one that's not soft is the one for the Black Lion. That is actually a hard black plastic, compared to these other ones, which are a softer black plastic. So there's all 4 of the the guys with the drivers, and then the way they go into the vehicles. I like this one. It has little side wings on it. We'll take Yellow Lion first. And then you just flip them over. Or on their belly, you're going to see a little area right there that you're going to want to plug the tip in first, and then they just kind of clip in, and that holds them in place. So that's how their driver gets into the line, pretty much. Yeah, just like that. I mean, it's a nice feature. They didn't have to add it, but it's nice that it's there. And then it's the same pretty much on everyone. Even the Black Lion. The Black Lion kind of opens right here in the center. This is also where his speaker is. And you can see right there, that's where this one clips into. Come on, get in there. There we go. There we go. Now he's clipped in there, and he will never come out again, because there's no point. No point. The other thing I notice is Black Lion's claws are harder black plastic, and the rest are a softer black plastic. So there's pretty much inconsistent plastic throughout these whole toys. Not that that's a negative thing, just something to be aware of. And then with Red Lion, you get this the clear part of Voltron's blazing sword. And then the Green Lion, you get this piece. And then they combine. I don't know why they just didn't give you this with Black Lion, but they, what they did is what they did. And you just gotta slot this together. And there you have Voltron's sword. So nice, does have a couple different colors on it this way. You got the clear blade, then you got some yellow down here, some silver, some red. All it needs is, well, I guess the blue counts, the clear blue counts for blue. So you have all 5 colors represented here. Oh no, no green. Alright, so you're close to having all 5 colors represented here in the sword. So then you can see each come with their own weapon. Yellow Lion has discs that can shoot. He has 4 discs, and he has this little backpack attachment that just pops on there. Red Lion has this firing piece up top here, and on this one can also pivot if you want it to. Green Lion has this, and again it can also turn if you want it to. And Blue Lion has, this is one of the other problems, this will not stay pegged in for me, so I can't fire it. I think I got it one time, and then that was it. So, not a big deal. I mean, I don't normally play with these weapons, but yeah, I just can't get it to peg in. So, and there's no rotation on it. If you rotate it, it'll just pop off. There's 2 little tabs right under each side that they kind of line up with. And that kind of just held on by friction pretty much. But yeah, I can't get mine to operate right. But that's not a big deal for me. I really don't mind that at all. So let's go over articulation, since this is one of the legs. You have nice ratchet there. Softer ratchet at the next joint. The next joint you have another ratchet. And at the toe you have another ratchet. So there's a lot of movement in this guy. There is no waist articulation. This is all solid plastic here. But up front you got the same thing. You got just a bunch of ratchets. So I guess you can see why, one might get left out at the factory, just because of how many ratchets these guys have. So that was a leg. The arms are the same thing. Got a soft ratchet up top, clicky ratchet at the next joint, and then the foot is a softer ratchet. And same thing on the front, soft ratchet, clicky ratchet, and then another clicky ratchet on the front paw. So head can go side to side on a ratchet, and the mouth does open and close. It's spring loaded. The head does not go up or down or side to side. It's just the rotation, and then you get some waist articulation and rotation, just because they are the arms. So green will have the exact same thing. Green, you can see the paint is already starting to chip right on there. But you get the same thing. Get a little bit of waist, wiggle. I'm just amazed at how many ratcheting joints are in this thing. Just drives me nuts that I got a bad one. But if that, because he really is kind of weak on that leg now, because of that missing ratchet that's supposed to be there. So, and even like, I tried getting these through Amazon, and they weren't shipping from anywhere from February to March. So when I found these at Walmart, I obviously grabbed them and canceled my Amazon order right away, just because I wanted the set as quick as possible, and it was also cheaper than Amazon's pricing. So I went ahead and got all their extra weapons off. That way we could get them into their arms and leg mode a little bit faster. First thing we're going to do on this one, yellow, we're going to pop the head up. And we're just going to bring the legs up. Just like that. Then you just want to bring these legs down about 2 clicks, and that'll stabilize the foot. And then these back legs, they will fold in just like that. There you go. And then these pieces can fold down, and that will hide the back legs. And then the final thing you have to do on this is just wiggle the tail in. Sometimes spinning helps get it all the way in. And then there is a point at where it'll actually click in, or softly in. Alright, so here we have one leg done. The camera died for a while, so hopefully that's where we were. But there's one leg. Do the same thing real quick with the second leg. Let's get those feet all the way in there. Just like that. Rotate these down. Take the tail, kind of slide it in. Come on. There we go. Like I said, sometimes just spinning it will help kind of get the tail in there properly. And do the same thing on this. Lift this piece up. The head, you'll feel it kind of pop into place. That's got to stay up, I guess. And then we'll take the legs up and then go down about 2 clicks. That'll give you plenty of stability. So there you go, there's both legs done. Get the arms done. Same thing. Fold the legs in. So you get them just like that. And the arms are a little, or the front legs on the arms are a little bit different because this piece opens up and then these arms are gonna collapse in there and then fold in just like that. Same thing on this one. And then they should fit. There, it just popped in. It should fit pretty flush, just like that. Then you can close that back up. And there you have an arm all done. Pop out the connector port, and these tails are definitely shorter on these guys. The arms have short tails. Pop that in. Make sure it stays in. There you have one of the arms. This you can just pop off for now. Push the tail in. Get in there. There we go. Get the back legs in. And open up the top part. Get these in also. Get those in too. There we go. Come on. There we go. Get that closed up. Close. That's closed. Alright. Flip out the port. And there you have another arm done. Now to Black Lion. Gonna... Whoop. There's the camera up. Gonna open up these flaps right up top here. And just flip the paw and the arm in the best you can. Looks like that might be as far as it goes. There you go, just like that. And you can rotate these down so the panel is on the bottom, and also the back of the leg, or the leg, is to the back. Just like that. That looks good. Then we'll come down a little bit to the legs. And these, I believe, you just straighten out. You can see, pretty much I didn't go over articulation, but you can see all the articulation in him because it's used for Voltron. And then you just bring the tail up to the back. It's a harder rubber. And then we'll go ahead and slide his leg in.
I'm right there with you. We need to increase firepower.
There we go. Well, we got one in. I'll do the second.
Whatever you say, Shiro.
And then, oh, he's a big butt. Let's raise the camera up. All raised up. Probably one of the bigger figures I've reviewed.
I'm on it, Shiro.
There you go. Get some nice sound effects.
Blue Lion, ready for action. Red Lion, ready for battle.
Green Lion! All systems go!
Yellow Lion engaged. Red, green, black, blue, and yellow lions detected. Voltron operational. Let's do it. Key, forward sword.
There you go. While I was talking, I'm just forming the head. about his little crest. And there you have Voltron. You can bring these wings up however you want. They are super... You can go about that high with them if you want to. Or down to the side like that. I kind of like that. Just a shot from the back. How that looks. Again, they're also ratcheted, and you can pretty much put them any direction you want. You could even cross them, but I kind of like them just like that, just out a little bit. And then there you are. He is a big lion. He does have the push button on the side here.
Shield.
My shield can't take much more of this.
And he stands really well. I mean, he's he doesn't feel like he's gonna fall over. So he stands up well. Here's the shield that they were talking about. That can go right on the side here.
We need to increase firepower.
We got you, buddy.
And then here's his sword, which the red lion can hold in his mouth. Just like that. Bring the camera down a little bit. And you can see how nice that looks in his hand. He has, obviously, the wrist rotation and the bend right here. You can put these out straight, but it kind of limits the bend in the arm. So if you kind of curl them in a little bit, then you get more motion out of the arms. So let's go ahead and try and do a size comparison. Here he is with Combiner Wars Silverbolt. And here he is with Combiner Wars Devastator. Just to give you an idea of size. But all in all, just a beautiful Voltron. Really happy that we have a new style Voltron. Lion Voltron, of course, because who cares about vehicle Voltron? Except Don. I know Don cares, but other than that, it's really great. I wish there was a way he could have held the shield. I don't really see a way that he could do that, so you kind of have to leave it on the arm or on the upper arm. I mean, you can kind of block things that way, I guess. And just a quick note, I noticed Ben, I'll just say Ben, it'll make it easier, had an update on how to take the arms off on these guys, and said the best way is to, you rotate this up basically, and then you push on the figure. So push on the figure to get the arm out, but it doesn't seem to be working too well. Come on. Yeah.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
There we go. Ooh, that was not easy. That was scary.
Blue Lion, ready for action. Red Lion,
Oh, there, it's
ready
gonna
for
go
battle.
all through.
Green lion!
There we go. There is a switch on the back if you don't want to deal with his electronics. Right up top here that you could turn it off. That way you could just play with it without him making all that noise on you. But yeah, In order to rotate the arm, this whole piece does move, which is kind of unfortunate that there wasn't a swivel actually up in the upper arm here, but I'm really happy with the legs. Like, you can go out about that far. You can go back all the way, and with the knee, you got almost like a at least a double joint here in the knee. So he is definitely a very posable Voltron. If you want to pose him, I mean, he is definitely up for the challenge. You can see some nice swivel right up here at the top of the leg. So he's pretty much an awesome Voltron. Stand up. Guess getting him to stand is just the trick. He's got all that posability, but he is still a very big and heavy figure. So there you have. I'm not even sure what they're calling this Voltron. If we're going to call him Netflix Voltron, or if we're going to call him Voltron. What is the year 2017? But there he is. There's Voltron.